REITs have proven themselves to be an attractive method by which investors can own commercial real estate. I don't think there's any question about that, particularly as you see how REITs have performed through this unprecedented period that we've just come through over the last couple of years. And REITs have weathered it pretty darn well in terms of, particularly given their private brethren. So I think when you look at REITs, whether it's over 50 years or certainly in the modern REIT era over the last, close to 20 years, it's hard to dispute whether it's income, return, or liquidity. An objective assessment would show that REITs have really performed very, very well and have a very solid place in investors' arsenal of investment options.
Putting REITs in the portfolio added to the total return, but it also reduced the volatility in the portfolios because we found that REITs really behaved very independently of stocks and bonds, and they seemed to much more reflect the local market conditions of the real estate that was owned and much less reflection of stock and bond movement.
And I think it's also no accident that as a result of REITs is we have CoStar providing all this tenant-level data. You have all these analysts really focusing in on supply-demand conditions for real estate markets around the country, focusing on the cap rates. There's more services. So I think REITs have been, a catalyst for bringing a great deal of transparency.
At the end of the day, the most important thing for the REIT industry is to continue to modernize and advance the REIT vehicle. It's a very fine vehicle. It's very flexible, can be used in so many ways, and it continues to be improved by the industry.
I hope we continue on the pace that we've been on, because while there are cyclical ups and downs, the reality is that our industry still needs to mature, that our industry still needs to get larger, that our industry still needs to become a much bigger part of the investment world. And so while I frankly love what NAREIT has done, in the past 50 years, I think it's just the beginning, and it needs to continue, in the way we've been going. Now, the most important thing, obviously, is the agenda. And what topics we're going to work on as it relates to our elected leaders, what issues we're going to prioritize as it relates to investors, and those agenda items will always change. But the broader picture of continuing the mission to increase awareness in what it is that we do, increase awareness and communication in our industry should stay the same, in my view.